In this video, I'm going to tell you about the one thing that's going to make or break your weight loss success and getting healthy. In fact, this one thing's so powerful, you don't even know you're doing it, and it's in control of your life. So what is this one thing? It's your habits. And habits are so powerful because one, they're automatic. You just do them. Two, you don't know something's becoming a habit until it's too late, and then they're really hard to break. Three, habits don't care whether they're good or they're bad for you. Think about it. People that are addicted to things have a habit of doing those things. Smoking, drugs, alcohol, gambling. Alright? Four, habits can be created out of anything you do repeatedly. And five, once you have a habit, you don't have to put much effort into doing that thing. I want you to imagine that all the actions and behaviors required for you to lose weight and get healthy were habits, right? Everything you needed to do, they just happened, right? You didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to put much effort into it. How much easier would weight loss and health be if you just did it without even thinking or having to put much effort or time into it? It was just part of your life. It would be amazing, right? And you'd be able to keep those results for your whole damn life. In fact, one of the big reasons that people fail at weight loss is because they haven't built up the habits to sustain it. They may get short-term results, but at the end of the day, you always fall back to your habits, and that's what we're going to do in this video, teach you how to create good ones. Let's go! Now, before I get into teaching you how to create a new habit, I need to let you know that I'm just going to give you a simplified, basic, easy overview of how to do it, because that's how I like to learn. Simple and easy is best for me, so hopefully it's best for you too. But if you do want a more detailed explanation that has the scientific knowledge behind it, that goes into more detail, please go check out Atomic Habits by James Clear. Really great book. I've read it a couple of times and I always finding something new each time I read it. But let's get into how to create a new habit. Now, the easiest way to create a new habit is first you need to identify the habit, right? So you want to look at the behavior that you're trying to create. So eating healthy, for example, yes, it's a behavior, but it's actually a bunch of behaviors and actions. So you want to get the specific behavior out of the bigger one that you're trying to create. So if we look at eating healthy, there's a whole lot of different things you can do within that. Are you eating enough fruit? Are you eating enough vegetables? Are you eating enough protein? Okay, are you eating enough calories? Do you know how many calories you're eating? Are you doing portion control? Are you balancing out your food so your more treat type food isn't outweighing your whole nutritious food? There's so many different things you can do. So you want to choose the behavior and make sure it's a specific behavior that you can actually take action on. So in this example, let's use water. Let's say you're dehydrated, and 78% of the world is, so you really need to get it up there. And for a minimum, you need about 2.5 litres of water per day, right? So you need to make sure that you're getting up to that amount. Now, the first step is to start small. If you go from 0 to 100, yeah, you may be able to do that short term, but when life happens, you're just going to fall back to your default behavior, your natural habit, which is not to drink enough water. So start with like increasing by 1 cup or 250 mils. And then the way to add it to your day, the way to cue that behavior, right? A cue is just another word for trigger or make you. So the thing that will remind you, make you to do that behavior is have a look at something you're already doing and then piggyback it, all right? So piggyback it, stacking it. Different people call it different things. I'm just going to say adding it to another behavior you're already doing. So let's say you want to increase your water by 1 cup and you're looking at something you're already doing. You have lunch, but you're not currently drinking water with your lunch. From tomorrow onwards, you're going to add 1 cup of water to your lunch. So every time you have lunch, you have a cup of water. And you just keep doing that consistently until you just naturally do it. Until you just naturally go and sit down, have some lunch, and then go, oh, I need a cup of water. Without even thinking, you drink that water, and then you can have a look on your day for somewhere else to add another cup of water. It could be dinner. It could be breakfast. You can even use cues, right, that aren't food-based. You could go, well, while I wait for my shower to heat up, I'm going to have a drink of water. Alright? So that's basically how it works. Now there's a couple of things with this. One I've already mentioned, you need some sort of cue or trigger, and the best way to do that is take a behavior you've already got or make a new cue, like you can set an alarm on your phone, for instance. And the second thing is you want to reward the behavior. So if you're having lunch and you have your cup of water, give yourself a hell yeah, a pat on the back, tell yourself you're awesome. Reward that behavior so that you want to do it again. That's the way the brain works. It likes rewards, okay? Okay, now that sounds pretty simple and easy because it's a cup of water. But let's use a more complex example like going to the gym. Now the first step would be to obviously get your gym membership. Right, so the first step is to book that in. Ring the gym, set an appointment, book it in, and then choose a gym that you have to drive past, because that would be your cue. You'll drive past it and you can see it, or one that's in the near vicinity. If you make it miles away, the chances of you sticking to it really slim. So that's the first step. Now, once you've got your membership, the next step is to get yourself going to the gym. Now, remember, start off small. So I've had clients who will just book their gym shoes at the front door. When they get home, they put on their gym shoes and then they see how they feel and decide whether they want to go to the gym or not. We don't actually lock them in to going to the gym at this stage, because sooner or later they're going to get into the habit of just going home and putting on their gym clothes. Does that make sense? Once they're at that stage, the next step is to jump in the car and drive to the gym. And I've had clients, the whole point of it was just drive to the gym because they got uncomfortable, bit of anxiety, didn't really have much confidence to go to the gym. So we started off with just driving to the gym. And once you get there, if you feel like going in, go in. If not, then don't. But once they built up the habit of driving to the gym, they'll find they'll just want to naturally drive there anyway. So then the next step, hey, just walk in the gym, jump on a treadmill for 5 minutes, see how you feel, and then go from there. And we just slowly built up like that. So let me just quickly recap what we've spoken about. So to create a new habit, the best way to do it is to piggyback it onto another habit. The second thing is you want to start small. If you take too big a jumps, when life happens, you'll fall back to the beginning again. So taking smaller jumps makes it more sustainable and easier for you to do. You need some sort of reminder or cue to make sure that you do the behavior, and the best way to do that is to attach it to another behavior. And you also need to reward yourself once you've done the behavior. So let's say you drive home, you put on your gym clothes, give yourself a pat on the back. Tell yourself you're awesome, because you could not have done that behavior as well and still be sitting on the couch watching Netflix instead of putting your gym clothes on. Real simple, basic overview of how to create habits. If you've got any questions, please let me know. If there's anything you need, I'm happy to help you free of charge. Just give you some advice. Let me know in the comments. Now make sure you subscribe so you get more free information, tips, tricks, strategies so you can lose weight and get healthy and feel younger. I know you can do it. You've got this. Let's go.